Hey, Chuck, sisters and brothers, welcome to the house of divinity. I am Proof B, or Professor Bates for long. Well, actually, if you wanted to say it the long way, it would be Roy T. Bates. But greetings. So, in this bedroom, God dang nabbit, I keep saying bedroom. See, that's one of the reasons I'm doing these videos, so I can get it together, Bates. Get your video together. I'm supposed to say, in these bed chamber, not bedroom, bed chamber, because that's what it's called in the Taoist. So I add a little bit of it. Anyway, I was sitting here thinking in the bed chamber about names, because on the vibration, on the videos that I have done previously, mostly I've been talking about how you can use certain tools to create certain vibrations. You know, I talked about even though it was a long time, I talked a little bit about, the singing bowl and tuning forks, etc. On one of the last videos, I actually talked about the word. And the word is the word is good.
After this video,
Commercial.
your life is never going to be the same.
Yeah,
So
after this video, go away. Excuse me. So, God dang nabbit, commercials. Anyway, so, when you speak the word, you're supposed to be speaking what you're thinking. So if you're thinking, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car, you speak it into existence. So that is one type of vibration. And the word coming from you, not just my word for me is the highest level that I can get to, and the word for you is the highest level you can get to on this plane of existence. You understand? The word is God. So, now, there is another type of vibration which you come into contact maybe every day, several times a day. What could that vibration be? I'm waiting. Oh, I forgot. I'm talking to a computer, so nobody... When I get sophisticated and all that stuff, maybe I'll have it. Well, not maybe. When I get money, that means sophisticated, I'll be able to have like chat, because I'll be able to get somebody in here that know how to do all that. I don't. So, I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, so there is a vibration that comes at you constantly, besides the vibration of Om, that's coming from the Uni-Verse. the most basic and the most important vibration that comes at you after the vibration that comes from the Most High is your name. So originally, I be sitting here and be like, I don't feel like making a video. Oh, I just had an idea. Let me make a video. So I don't prepare, and I'm not reading. I'm not like, oh, the vibration. This is all off the top of my head. So originally, I wanted to make this video to talk about the name of King, what y'all might say, King Tut. I think just about everybody know that name, King Tut. But the actual pronunciation of the boy king name, I hate to say boy, of the young man, of the young man king's name is Tut Ankh Amun. So, this is said to be a illustrated example based on the cartouche of Tutankhamun. Now, I'm not saying it is his cartouche because this says it's based on. So when it say stuff like that, I'm like, I'm not putting but I'm just gonna show you what a cartouche should look like because that's what it looks like. So this is a cartouche, and those hieroglyphics or meduneter spells out the name Tutankhamun. Now, the way I'm saying it, that's the way that's his name. It's broken down into 3 parts. The first part is Tut, not Tut, not King Tut. See how they miseducated us? I mean, I bet you still to this day, almost everybody, when they see that gold, a whole gold mass, they still think King Tut. That's why I'm going into names, words and names. Well, I already talked about words, now we're talking about names. So the first part of the name of King Tut is Tut. And in the ancient Commission or ancient Egyptian language, Tut, T-U-T, means the image. First problem, because when you get into Christianity, which developed out of ancient Kemet Egypt, Christians be like, oh, no images, but no statues, but it's statues and images all over the church, statues of Jesus, images on the wall. Anyway, I'm getting off of subject. So Tut is the image, or means the image, and then you have Ankh, Tut, Ankh. Trying to get my Ankh in my whole, I'm trying to get my whole Ankh in the picture. So his middle name, or the middle of his name, is Ankh. And Ankh means, or one or a couple of the meanings, is either life, like the life we are living now, but it also means everlasting life. It is the symbol of life. And like the one I have here made of copper, it is also an electronic device. Whole nother video. So we got Toot, the commercial. Yeah. You know what? God dang nabbit, isn't it something else on here? Excuse me while I check this out. God dang nabbit, that's the same one I was just playing. I hope there's no commercials. Okay. So, what do we have so far? Toot, T-U-T, which is the image. Ankh, A-N-K-H, Ankh. Ankh means life or everlasting life, like after your ass drop dead, life. And then there's Amun. Now, in my studies somewhere, because I study stuff and then it's like a kind of remember it. But somewhere in my studies it was said that his father, the one with the long head, the guy with the long head, he named him Tutankhamen first. Or maybe it's the other way around. But on here is Tutankhamun. Now, Amun, A-U-M, Amun, A-U-M-N, Amun, A-M-U-N, A-M-U-N, Amun, means the hidden one or the hidden, the undifferentiated matter. The stuff that exists before stuff takes a form. So his name means the living or the image of the living hidden one, Amun. Or the living image of the hidden one, Amun. Now, a lot of you that haven't studied ancient Kemetic stuff is like, well, okay, it's a name. No. In those days especially, somebody name you the living image of something you can't see, something that's the foundation of everything, that makes everything. You are the living image of Amun. First of all, this is the name that everybody's calling you. And that was the original purpose of this video. Because unlike anything else, people can call you Negro in the other word. And you'd be like, ah. But if you were called Tutankhamun, oh, I thought it was a commercial. Tutankhamun, when you grow up and understand what that means, you have to live up to that name. How can I live up to being the invisible force or the invisible stuff behind everything?
Google AI
God
helps
dang
you find your
nabbit
best
commercials.
customers
Okay, I'm
by
just gonna
optimizing your campaign.
I'm just gonna cut it off. I don't need no god dang nabbit music. I don't need it. I like it. So, how do you live up to that name? In those days, now Tutankhamun is the prince coming up. He's the next king. So that's part of the name. Now, what are our names here in America. America. Hey, Joe. Joe Smo. George Jefferson. What the heaven does that mean? Well, actually, I know what my name means. I checked it out. So it actually goes back, Roy, R-O-Y, in English, American, goes back to the English Britain. Is Britain English? Or, the English from over there, Roy, L, or royal, like kings and queens royal, which goes back to Roy, which is the Hebrew word R-O-I for oh shoot, for not the sun, but the energy of the sun, which goes back to the ancient Egyptian Re or Ra. Yes, Ra is the energy of the sun. So it came down from Ra to Roy, R-O-I, Hebrew, to royal, the royals, the black royals of England and all that, to me, Roy. So it has a background. But what does George mean? Hey, George. What? What's your name? My name is George. What that mean? It means George. What? Now there's a responsibility of the parents to understand this science of vibration, and in our ancient cultures, you had two names. You had a secret name that the parents would whisper in your ear at around 8 months old, I believe it is. Some people might do 8 years old, but it's always the same number. And then they gave you the name that everybody calls you. Hey, Roy, hey, Roy, hey, Roy. The point is, when they saying that, they might say it, Roy, like evil. Eh? Roy, I love you. Or, hey, Roy, do that job. Or, hey, Roy, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of different emotions behind that name, but they still saying the same name. Now, what about the name of God? You know I gotta talk about it. You know I got to talk about it. If your name is, let's just say, because it's supposed to be Yahshua. No. It's supposed to be Emmanuel, didn't it? Don't it say in the god dag nabbit book, name my son Emmanuel? Where does Yahshua come from? Where does Jesus come from? Anyway, let's say his name, if the person existed, let's say his name was Jesus. And then he got on a plane, or however he traveled, to Greece. So when he got to Greece, somehow they knew him already, but they called him Isa. Wait a minute. Is that Arabic? Well, anyway, the point is, whatever it is, whatever they call him, Isus, or whatever they call him in Greek, if I go to Greece, my name, call me Roy, if I'm walking on the block and you be like, hey, Hakupisheka, I'm not going to turn around. You calling on Jesus, whose name is Jesus. There wasn't even a J before the 1500s. Well, on the computer here, I have the original Bible written by, it starts with an I. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Imes. It's not James. It's not King James. It says it right there on the Bible. It starts with an I. So where did the J, Jesus, come from? Where did the name come from? If your name is Yahshua, if your name is Jesus, why am I saying all this? Because especially in one of the places that the name is most important is the Bible. What did the Most High, or at least somebody that was acting like the Most High, said to another made-up guy called Moses? Moses is like, what's your name? What? Negro? I am who I am. You don't know my name, because now, if you know my name, like y'all know my name now, at least y'all know my birth name. Y'all don't know my holy name given to me by my teacher, so there's no control over me. But when somebody knows your secret name or knows your name, and they can call you, they can control you through that vibration. This is why this is next to the vibration that comes to us, that makes us alive, that comes to us from the Most High. The next most important vibration that comes at you is people saying your name. And the best way for you to use that is to meditate on you saying your name in your head. You can say it out loud, but that's a different practice. Meditate and say your name. Oh, Roy, I'm a great guy. So that's about it. There's probably more. There's a lot to names, especially like I was talking about the word. When you change your name and use a tool like the Kabbalah, and see, I understand each letter of my name. There's no such thing as Y. Like in the alphabet, we have Y, W, X, Y, Y, because they have I, which is the same sound. So I put I, like the Hebrew spelling of Roy, at the end of my name. And now each letter has a color, has a note, like, oh. I'm not a singer, so I don't know if that's the note. Each letter, each one has a color, has a note or tone, and has a higher meaning, like high meaning, like when you say that letter, it's like, oh shit, you done started some shit. So when they put together, it's called a formula. Okay, I've talked more than I'm going into stuff that I'm not ready to go into. So I just wanted to kind of introduce you that the names, our names, your name is important. And when you go around be like, why them people's changing their name to Mastufa and all that. Now, I don't believe in changing our names to Arabic names. We're not Arabs. I believe, when I say I believe, that's when I'm like, oh, well, maybe kind of. When I say this is that, that's when I have studied. But names, I'm kind of like, so if we take an African name on and get rid of, like legally, and get rid of our American name, you know, like I have a name that my teacher gave me, and then I have a name that I might start using that's ancient Kemetic, because that's where I feel I come from. I have all kinds of reasons for that. So we also have the choice of taking on indigenous names, but most people are going to think when I'm talking about Indians, like the red guys. No, we are the indigenous people, but again, that's a whole nother story. And if we were able to learn those names will connect us back to this land. And that will start a whole process of us taking our original identities of being the original people here. Some of us, lineage go back to Africa. Some of us were brought here, not all of us. So we have to learn our names, who we are as a name, who I am or you are as a name, and who are or what are you going to name your children? Damn, George, Harry, Lakufa. Well, I'm not going to go there because somebody will get mad at me. I'm out. Peace. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that one. This one.